Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa Jans and I'm also known as Job Coach Germany. How are you doing? I hope that all of you have started brilliantly into the new week and that you are enjoying the spring weather and just simply looking forward to new opportunities that are out there, because a new week always brings new opportunities. And I know it's already Tuesday, but I was bombarding you already with so many different posts that I just wanted to give you a little break, a little bit of time to process all of the information that I shared with you. And today I want to actually dive into a very important topic that is related to excuses. So, whenever I come across people that want to work with me, or also people that are working with me, or just simply people that have come across one of my social media profiles and just simply have heard of what I'm offering, but then yet again don't go the extra mile, don't actually land the dream job of theirs here in Germany. And that's what I want to ask you today. What are your excuses? So, is your excuse, for example, you want to do everything in your own time? Or is your problem maybe that you are too controlling? Or are you simply just trying to slide somehow through this process of applying for a job? Actually, there's just one question that you have to ask yourself and that you need to answer for yourself. Why don't you have a job in Germany yet? So, really take the time, sit down, get a blank sheet of paper, and write down why you think you don't have a job in Germany yet. So, this is something that obviously pops up throughout this entire job application process. And the process is divided into different steps. So when I'm working with my coachees, I first need to find out through an onboarding call, basically, what the actual problem is. Yeah, so there are problems with regards to career change, for example. So some people just think they want to change their careers. Other people just simply need to get help with regards to what are the standards when I look at my CV? What are the standards with regards to writing a proper cover letter? Um, and That's one of the issues, for example. Then again, others are very, very afraid of going into a job interview, and yet again others are having issues with regards to what does a proper work contract look like, what are the things that you can actually ask for. So what are the contract terms, what are the salary terms that you can actually expect when applying for a job in Germany. So all of these different aspects are topics that are covered along the application process and that you need to go through. And in that particular onboarding call, I normally find out with the client together, with my coachee together, where along this journey they are and what the biggest pain point basically is. So some of you guys already know what their dream job is, what their dream job looks like, and they don't want to have a career change. They just simply want to stay within their industry, within their career, but they want to land their job here in Germany, their dream job in their particular field. And that's fine. Then we can obviously jump a couple of these modules, but dive deeper into that phase of really, preparing their documents according to the German standard. But yet again, whenever people come across and talk to me and come across my profile and talk to me and want to find out how they can actually work with me, I sometimes get the feeling of, are you trying to are you kidding me? Like, so for example, there are some people that reach out to me, and then sometimes I'm in this really, really cool position of being able to use my network as well. So being able to provide some contacts of from me seeing your profile, but I'm not an agent, right? So you always need to be aware of the fact that I'm not a job agent, which basically means I'm not searching the job for you. You are searching the job for yourself. I'm a coach. That means I help you, I guide you through the process, and I am here to hold this motivation for you, to hold that space for you, to give you the room for all of the thoughts and doubts that you have, and simply help you find the answer for yourself. Because obviously, you're the only one that can be your own hero. I'm not your hero. No, I'm not. And I don't want to be. I am just your guide through this process. And I'm here for you with the questions that will help you find the answers to what your excuses, for example, are. So when I'm now able to have some sort of connections within a particular network from my previous employments, from my previous jobs, from the network that I have increased now through my work as Job Coach Germany, all of these things are basically helping me to increase my network, and obviously all of my coachees can benefit from that. I mean, that's just very obvious. If you follow me on LinkedIn or if you follow me on Instagram, you can just search through who is in Lisa's network, who is Lisa's direct contact, and then through that you already have access to my network, obviously, because I'm not hiding that. You can see who's following me, you can see who I'm connected to. And now, when I'm that polite and open already about that and share this with you, I just simply beg you, don't be rude and lazy to simply think, oh, Lisa is this contact, so I just go out there and use that and say, Lisa is the contact of yours, and you can probably give me a job. Why on earth do you think that somebody is going to offer you a job on a silver platter? I don't get it. Why don't you put in that effort? You still need to put in that effort. Nobody's going to give you a job just because you say, "Oh, I know Lisa. You should give me a job because she knows me." I actually don't know how you work. How am I supposed to know how you work? I can only tell if you work greatly, if you're working closely together with me, if you're working, if you are really um, like a committed individual that is doing their job properly. I only know that if I'm working with you, so I cannot give any recommendations. I can only guide you through the process. But then again, if you use my network, for example, I really want you to be aware of that fact that you still have to put in that effort, that you still have to put in that energy and this the work in actually landing that dream job of yours. That still means you need to do your research, do your homework, and actually apply all of the tips that I'm giving you through my YouTube channel, for example, or through all of the different videos that I've put out there, and actually adjust your CV according to German standards, and actually write a cover letter according to that job that you so desperately want. Because otherwise, if you only go out there and use my network and use the people that um, know my good reputation, obviously it shines a bad light on me if you only go out there and say, hey, Lisa told me that you're in this branch, or Lisa has you as a contact in your network, so I just wanted to reach out and ask if you have a job for me. Why on earth would you think that somebody would actually give you a job like that? It really sounds desperate, and nobody wants to offer you a job if you sound desperate. They want to learn who you are as a person. They want to learn more about you and your task, what you've done, your experience, your background, your academic background, everything that you've studied, everything that you've learned, the skills that you've increased. That's what is important to people who are thinking and considering of hiring you. Otherwise, they won't even take a look at your profile. They will probably rather block you than do anything at all. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Just reaching out to somebody doesn't mean anything. And as well, on that same instant, I want to tell you, if people don't answer you on LinkedIn, for example, that just simply means that door is closed for now. Maybe they only look into their LinkedIn profiles once a month or once a year, or maybe only if they change their jobs. So don't push it. Don't send them a million of emails or a million of messages. It doesn't really help you. Okay, if they don't answer, that just means, okay, that door is closed for now. I just simply search for another door that I can open. Okay. So, and I'm apologizing for my German directness today, but I really want you to make that shift in your mind. Today, you're going through a transformation. If you're watching this live stream with me, or if you're watching the recording later on, you are going through this transformation because I don't want you to be lazy. I don't want you to be considered lazy. I don't want you to be considered rude. Okay. So, and for that, you really need to dive into those questions. So another person approached me to ask me on how to work together with me. And they were sending me this massive email explaining to me why they cannot afford of working with me. Let me ask you, why is that my problem? Why is that my responsibility? They were writing about this really difficult situation they're having. They don't have enough money to make ends meet. They don't have enough money to buy the food at the end of the month, and all of these things. Why and how is that related to my job? Why and how is that related to my to the task that I'm doing, to all of the work that I'm offering you? I don't get it because there is so much material out there that I offer for free through these live streams, through the videos that I'm offering, through my weekly newsletter. There are so many things that you can get already without actually paying me. So why are you giving me all of these things? So telling me about your situation, not being able to afford that, and whether I can give a discount or not. Well, let me tell you, currently, I'm not offering any discounts. Currently, there are only two options on how you can work together with me. That's either going through an online course on your own that I've set up with for you, and that also includes a like a one-time one-on-one coaching with me, or you go the individual route and work with me for a month, for 2 months, for 3 months, as long as you need it, one-on-one with me, like very intensive work. I know that it's a commitment of money, but most importantly, it's a commitment of energy and effort and commitment. And that's where the actual issue lies, because all the money in the world is not an issue of working with me. I have had coaches from all around the globe, from really, really poor countries, that have worked with me. They have just simply collected their money. They have come up with an idea of saving some sort of money in order to invest it into the coaching with me, because it's not just the coaching that they see, but they see the end result. And that's the job in Germany. Probably the best, like your dream job, an ideal job for your field, for your industry, for your expertise. Okay, now if I think about that, yeah, if I just put myself into that situation, for example, me, I want to go abroad, want to live in the United States, for example, I want to get a job there, but I don't know how to get there. I know there's somebody out there like myself, a job coach, who can help me. Now I would think about how much money can I earn for a year, for example, if I manage to get that job. That might be between 55K and 130K, depending on your expertise, depending on how what your industry is and what kind of job you're about to do. Okay, but this is like probably not for the United States. You can probably earn a lot more there, but in Germany, with all of the other benefits that you get, that's what you can expect, depending obviously on your expertise and your background. But with this amount in my head, that's actually how much I would invest into a coaching. Okay, that's actually, so this monthly coaching that I'm offering is not saying anything about the value that you actually get. You get so much more when you work with me. So here again, this is not what I want to talk to you about the money that you need to invest in order to work with a job coach, for example, but the transformation that you need to make. So you can tell me all of the different excuses that you have, but simply and easily put, What that tells me about you is that you are not ready. You are simply not ready to go into that transformation. You are simply not ready in landing your dream job here in Germany. Why don't you get a job? Because I don't get any answers. Why don't you get a job? Because nobody invites me to job interviews. Why don't you get a job in Germany? Because I don't get a reply after the job interview. Well, let me ask you another question. Do you actually invest 8 hours a day into searching for a job, working on your mindset, networking in your network to find a job here in Germany? I doubt that most of you do. Probably only 2% of you actually do that sort of work because it's challenging, it's exhausting. Of course, you don't want to do that. And there are also websites out there where you can upload your CV, and they match you with the companies. Yeah, and there are job agents out there. Maybe you go for those. But let me tell you, those people are charging way more for coaching for their particular service compared to job coaching that you could do, for example, with me. But what you actually need is you need more discipline and you need to be more brave. Like you need to be brave more often. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So have you actually done everything that you can, everything that is necessary in order to get a job in Germany? Have you incorporated all of the tips that I've given you with regards to writing your CV, adjusting your CV to the German standard? Have you written a cover letter? 90% of the people that contact me don't ever write a cover letter. Why? This is actually what makes the difference whether you get invited to a job interview or not here in Germany. Okay. So now, why do you think you are a special snowflake? Why do you think you have all of these excuses that are holding you back from getting and landing that dream job of yours? I really want to know what is it? Because the people that are working with me, that decide to work with me, they try to tackle those. If they come across an excuse like that, they tell me, Lisa, this is what is going on in my mind, and we need to work on that. And then we find solutions, and that's not difficult at all. It's just sometimes, oh, okay, yeah, I need this enlightenment. Yeah. So think about that question again. What are your excuses? And now write down why you think that's true, and then ask again: is that really true? Is that really true? There is a really cool coach out there that is called Byron Katie, and she has this really cool method. And there she's also asking that. She's asking, is that really true what you're telling yourself? Yeah. So maybe you're not writing an application today because you don't feel good. Why? Poor you. Do you think your mommy is going to bring you a warm glass of milk with honey? Do you think that somebody at the end of the day will clap for you having written your job application documents? No, there won't be anybody. Why do you need their attention? Why do you need these excuses? What are these excuses serving you for? Why you are not getting where you want to get to? Yeah. So nobody's clapping for my work at the end of the day. I'm clapping for myself. I'm rewarding myself. Okay. And this is something that you need to do as well. In order to stay motivated along this entire process, you need to reward yourself, and you can do that after sending every application, because your mind also needs a rest. When I say, have you actually invested 8 hours a day in order to send your applications, I not only mean that you need to do your job search and need to write your applications, but you also need to give yourself some rest. You need to give your mind a rest as well. So as much time as you're spending and diving into searching for a job, writing job applications, that much time needs to be invested in your recovery as well. That could be anything like going for a walk, getting some fresh air, going to the gym, and all of these things. And then along the way, like, you have set yourself the goal of landing your dream job in Germany. So you have these different goals or milestones along the way, such as writing 3, 4, 5, or just one application per week. But you need to see yourself, okay, yeah, I'm getting there, I'm doing it. And if you don't do your task, like writing and sending an application a week or 3, why is that? What are you telling yourself? And then you need to dive deeper into that. And If you're telling me you don't make ends meet and you don't have enough money and you're really desperate, you have a depression and you have really dark thoughts, it's again not me who's being your hero. I can help you be a guide along your way to finding a dream job in Germany, but I'm not your hero. You yourself are your own hero. If you have these dark thoughts, get a therapist. Go out there and find somebody who can help you with that, okay? If you cannot dive into journaling on your own, because sometimes this can be overwhelming. I know so many of my coachees who actually have these mindset hurdles that really are encountering dark thoughts because they attach their value to their job. They attach their value, their personal value, to the salary that they get. Nothing can tell you how much you're worth. Nobody can ever pay as much as you're worth. It's just simply not relatable, okay? But you need to take a look and be an observer, a really kind observer of your own, of your thoughts, and write it down, do some journaling and think about that. Is it really true? Because the underlying difficulty that we have is that we think we're not worth it. You think you're not worth having a job in Germany. You think you are not good enough to have a job in Germany. You think you're not skilled enough, and you don't have the background, you don't have studied enough, all of these things that you've heard of so many people, maybe in your community, maybe in your circle of friends. Simply not true, okay? So keep that in mind. And today I want you to think about that. Do you want to go still down? And so today you can make that choice. Yeah. So what do you choose? Still the victim mode, or are you choosing the action steps? Because the action steps are what will actually give you this door of a job, your dream job in Germany. Okay? And it could be the tiniest steps, but you're moving. If you're not moving, you're not going anywhere. If you're just sitting on the couch and tapping your belly and going around in circles in your mind with these excuses, you're not getting anywhere. And of course, if you don't have enough money to work like with a coach, for example, like myself, there is so much material out there that you can use. YouTube videos, LinkedIn courses, to simply go through all of the posts and the newsletter that I'm sending out, because this is actually very helpful. And I want to, on as a cherry on top of today's live stream, I want to share the email that I got with LinkedIn courses today, because LinkedIn has this learning opportunity, right? And this is really, really helpful. And I will just dive over here to tell you what the courses are that they shared with me today. So these are free courses that are very popular amongst job seekers today. So you simply type in LinkedIn and search for those particular courses. The first course is Creating a Career Fueled by Imagination. Creating a Career Fueled by Imagination. The second one is Switching Your Career. If that's something that's interesting to you, switching your career. The third course is Working with Recruiters to Get a Job. Working with recruiters to get a job. So this is the job agent's direction, okay? And then the fourth one, and that is very important. That's a course that everybody should do. You, me, anybody. Managing your job seeker mindset, okay? This is what will help you actually go through that process, going through these ups and downs that are there, that will always be there throughout this entire job application process. I want you to envision yourself in that chair, in that particular job, in that particular office, whether that's home office, whether that's remote work from a cafe or wherever. I want you to envision where you're going to sit in 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, or in 3 to 5 years. You need to envision that, and you need to feel what you want to be feeling. And that's how you manifest. Maybe you've heard of the law of attraction. If you don't feel that, if you're feeling, oh, I'm not good enough, it's like I'm frustrated, I'm annoyed, all of these things won't help you with finding your dream job, okay? But envisioning yourself sitting in your office, your pink office, with the flowers that you want to have, with maybe images of your family, images of your brother, or little things that you relate to from previous work, from previous phases of your life, like my little jar here with England, yeah, or my little VW bully here, yeah. That's how I envisioned my life a couple years ago, and now this is what my life looks like. So this is what I want you to do, okay? And then from that vision, write it down. Use that vision to actually write down the steps, write down the milestones, and then go step by step. It could be the tiniest step, but please stop the excuses. Okay? So I encourage you to go into the action steps and have much fun. I'll see you probably tomorrow. Thank you very much, and let me know in the comments what you think about that comment, about this live stream. Maybe you can tell me what your excuses are. Maybe I can give you a different perspective on your excuse. Okay? And obviously, if you think you need help with that, reach out to me. I'm here to be your guide along your journey to land your dream job here in Germany. Thank you very much and have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you and bye bye.